I'm more of somebody that's patient, mellow, and I'm very calculated with a lot of the things that I do. So we support each other on that, and I'm super appreciative of her. Like I said, I wouldn't be where I'm at today without her, her and the support. So I'm glad that she's by my side for sure.
I like it. I like it.
Everything.
You're doing these things within the community. You have your significant other. You said that you guys support each other events. Now Desh says she's known you for 10 years, but I'm pretty sure people that have known you a lot longer. Now that they have clearly seen the difference between before you had a significant other and now that you have a significant other, have you had people come up to you and say, man, like, yo, you lucky, you know what I mean? Like, you better hold on to her, like, and give you praises about your relationship. And not only that, kind of say to you, like, yo, what you got, I kind of want for myself. Like, have you ever run into something like that?
100%. I feel like that's something that I hear a lot.
Right.
I've also even lost people because of it as well,
Okay.
And the reason why I say that is because they saw me at a different light in one point. And to see this person grow, and at the end of the day, we all have to grow. You know what I mean? It's the end all be all. We're all going to become adults, and we're all going to want to start a family. We're all going to want to be the best versions of ourselves. And I think that's where I'm at currently, and that's where I'm going to continue to be as my trajectory goes up. And it's going to be with her, So people either have to, and not necessarily fall in line, because at the end of the day, I'm attached to nobody. I don't beg for anyone's friendship or to be somebody's friend. But what I can say is that if you're able to accept the new version of me and the version that's becoming of me, then we can have conversations.
Ain't going off.
Told y'all.
We can be in this realm of the circle of life with myself and the people around me. I can honestly say groups have changed. People speak less to, people we speak more to, but that's just part of life. There's no love lost at all. There's only growth, and that's what we're looking to do there.
Like it.
Yeah,
You on mute, brother? Oh, okay.
I was just saying, I like it, man.
Yeah.
And the value, you can't put a value on that. Like you said, the support system, having a significant other. I know for me, when I knew the moment with me and my lady, I know I was joking before, but my baby on every show, every single show. And when we first met, I told her what I was doing.
I'm sorry, brother, I didn't mean to cut you off. But Mama said you need to get to work, buddy.
She said it's been a decade.
Mama said you flexing, Curtis. You get your ass to work.
It's been a
on
decade.
blast like that.
You said you doing community service. You do family service. Stop playing. We love your mama. We love your mama, man. We love your mama. Yeah, go ahead, Cuzzo.
Yeah.
I think I lost my train of thought.
Now you was talking about Mika and finding the one.
Oh yeah. No, so I'm not gonna go on as a little weird on that shit, but I'm gonna basically just say, like, when I knew the moment for me, bro, like I was doing all this shit by myself. I just came out of a relationship, and it's a lot. Dealing with kids, doing all this stuff, running your business, doing the podcast 2 days a week, editing the show, doing all that stuff, bro. And it's a lot. When I first told her I was doing the show, first thing she did, bro, was she was in the comments. As soon as I showed the first episode, she's in the comments. Yo, I like this, da-da-da. You know what I mean? First event, she's holding the camera. We didn't ask her to hold the camera. She's already filming us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because she saw the vision. You know what I'm saying? So we support each other. She's in here writing books, doing all types of crazy stuff that I love, bro. And she motivates me, she inspires me. So you need that. So for all the fellas listening, when you know, you know.
Yep.
When you know, man. You want somebody to support you, somebody that'll give you that light, man, and make you feel like you already him, but sometimes you just got to feel like it. And you need a person to make you feel like that, and you could do the same. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Gangster. Yeah, bro. But let's talk about what is the hardest. What's been the biggest challenge when you're doing grassroots work?
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying? We talk about marketing. It's hard to get some of the resources. How do you get these resources, right? Like if somebody has an idea right now, what advice would you give them to start their own grassroots organization?
Yeah, I think so. I'm gonna speak on two things. One being one of the major things, which is funding. Obviously, that's something that is key. A lot of people that start grassroots don't have the adequate backing of funding behind them. So I think that's one of the biggest challenge. And the second challenge is support, you know. When it's happy, that's really good.
I like it. It's real.
But yeah, the second thing will have to be support. You know, I think one of the biggest things for me, how I got that support, not only from the village, but from the community and those in New York City at large, was building that trust. Building that trust with community members. And, you know, we have, you know, especially in Far Rockaway, we have a mistrust in systems because they tell us false stories, you know, false narratives. And I think this happens across New York City in our minority neighborhoods and underserved and underprivileged communities all the time. And, you know, building that trust, standing firm on what you believe in and delivering, you know, is something that I think that, you know, we constantly have to do, and something that I make sure that I put at the forefront all the time with the work that I do. So I would say support is the second thing, but the number one thing is definitely funding, Jared, because without funding, a lot of the work just can't be pushed because things cost, you know, you know, these events that we put at a large scale, excuse me, to impact so many people, they cost. And without sponsorships and additional funding from, you know, whether it's on the government side or, you know, on the federal side, it becomes difficult.
So you're doing both federal side, and you're also doing brand side.
Yeah. So on the nonprofit sector, obviously we're getting funding from the government, city agencies, and on the federal side. But when it comes grassroots, you know, we're applying, you know, doing grant writing and things like that, just trying to get either small grants or large grants based on, you know, the community work that we're doing.
Yeah. So your community leaders, let's talk about your community leaders that you had in place when you were growing up.
Yeah.
Now that you come back, are some of those same leaders still in place? And how are you now dealing with them now that you're an adult and you could say, okay, I grew up here, right? This is what I've seen your vision, but now this is a new day and age. There are new ideas. How do you work with them to try to implement a new change? Because a lot of the times we see a lot of communities are trying to still implement old programs that don't work in this new day and age, right?
Yeah.